surprise, ain't no gimmicks with this, okay? Now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington football team. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since 2008, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
On first down, Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones.
Ryan's pass complete to Julio.
The numbers for Julio in last catches, 77 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They run with a former Blue Panther, Quadri Olison, and a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 25 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Haskins. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. That's out to the left and complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Could have gone with the ground game there, opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Running the sweep with McLaurin. And he stopped immediately there.
Wide receiver, the ball.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Haskins escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
3rd down.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Ryan to the right side and complete to Hurst. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? Is that what's going to go around the league and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
To throw again, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you and keep pressing forward.
That's complete to Smith. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Ball carrier, Blake Cashman on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
For the Falcons.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. It's caught inside the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Here's Oliver. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10. At their own 22.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is really thrown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
1-yard line.
So here is Washington now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. But able to get it up. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the run.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Play action. It's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Jones. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Pulled in at the 24. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 25 yards that time.
45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Haskins. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Haskins. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Flushed out, waiting